Just keep your eyes closed, please. I hope you have very clearly seen for yourself the definition of knowledge, that is yourself, where there is no doubt, no error. Doubt-free, error-free. If you take yourself, if you take all that you have for who you are, it may be doubt-free, but it shall be erroneous. If you see yourself as you are, there is no doubt, no error. And that is your beginning. To be in meditation is to be yourself, the meditation itself. With which you start, a beginningless beginning, always conscious. Your thoughts begin to end. Your perceptions begin to end. Unconsciously, in your thought level, where there is indecision, decision, memories of all kinds, the I thought also exists. Not knowing who you are, identifying with this I, which jumps into the streams of thoughts and identifies with every thought. That is why the resistance or craving comes from the I thought. Like the silence accommodates all sounds. There is no resistance between silence and the sounds of all kinds. Is a listener who resists or craves for a sound. Same way, there is no resistance between awareness and thoughts of many kinds, nor there is a craving. It is the I thought who assumes the role of a knower, experiencer, resists or craves. When you see yourself who you are, always in meditation. Just be that all times, all places. Remember always the perception and the knowledge. Because of your perception, your knowledge will not be affected. Because of your knowledge, perceptions will not change. Your perception of a flat earth will not change the knowledge. Earth is round. Nor because of the knowledge, earth is round, your perception will ever change. The same flatness perception continues. Same thing in yourself. Because of your perception of a body or thoughts, knowledge that you are the awareness doesn't get affected. But because you know yourself, your perceptions will not change. Know yourself, be the self. Continue to perceive, live your life as long as body continues. When the body disintegrates, you are one with yourself. There is no death. In the formless awareness, nor there is death. In Ishvara, the totality is just a change in changeless substratum. Just see that, please. Sahanavatu Sahano Nuktu Sahaviryam Karvavahi Yasyanavaditamastu Ma Vidyashavahi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this morning is our last class here. Please remember the class ends. The book comes to an end, but you don't end. In a sense, your meditation doesn't end. Your being who you are never ends. That is continuous. All the time you are with yourself. Maintain that awareness, and in order to do so, as I told you, please, every morning without fail, First, remember yourself, be yourself. Then step out of the house. Get yourself involved in every action. That's what life is all about. Being yourself, the so-called meditating on yourself, is not a job. What are you doing these days? I am doing these days meditation. That's the silliest statement you can hear. Meditation is not an engagement. That you are busy doing meditation. Meditation is your being. You don't do meditation. Understand? You don't spend your time being your body. You can run, jump, swim. There is a difference between doing and being. We are so used to that. Always you drag that onto yourself. You must do something. To be yourself, you cannot do something. And to do something, you must do something. Just because you are happiness infinity, that does not mean things will come around you. For that you have to work. You want to see a place, meet a person, achieve something, produce something, do something about it. But being yourself, being the happiness, being the meditation, is nothing to do. You are yourself. So please remember it every day. And long before you came here, of course, each one lived his own life. Suppose there are certain things which you are doing, a chanting, singing, or following certain approach, method, somebody somewhere, and if that gives you certain relief, certain understanding, please don't dismiss. Because this knowledge of yourself does not dismiss anything. Everything has a place. Suppose you are comfortable in your meditation, straight away instead of being with yourself, you are comfortable chanting something or listening to it. Don't say being with yourself means dismissing that. No, continue to listen. But instead of losing yourself in that or being dependent on that, slowly get out of the dependence, be yourself. So use that, which facilitates your mind to be quiet. And in that mind, you see yourself who you are. Suppose you are a person, acrobat, aerobics, do exercise, or a yoga, or you are doing swimming, jogging, very physical person. At the end of it, lie down, relax, see yourself. You can take the help of your breathing, singing, chanting, anything for that matter, but do not ever commit that horrible, terrible mistake of taking a sensation to be yourself, a practice to be yourself. You must see that, or else you will desperately trying to defend yourself all the time. And body being what it is, you can't do physical exercise all the time, can you? Suppose in the old age you can't hear anymore. You can't hear the songs that you like. So shall you be agitated? Long before your power of hearing fails, be yourself. So you can't hear, you are still comfortable with yourself. Long before your power of touch, taste, smell, all these things shall fail when you are old. You can't sit down in a posture. And only in the Mayurasana I will be meditating. You can't get up after a certain age. Understand? Simple. Just think of it like a Mayurasana. That was just an example. Peacock posture. Why peacock posture? Because peacock can eat snake and digest. So if you can master that asana siddhi in peacock posture, your stomach will be so good, if you eat snake also it will be digested. It will be digested. That much. If peacock posture has to give you enlightenment, then peacock will be enlightened first. The peacock itself is not enlightened, but standing like a peacock you think you will be enlightened. So when you say yoga is the knowledge, it's nonsense. Please appreciate. Or asana, or the exercise, chanting, singing, no. Even the teaching is not knowledge. What the teaching reveals is knowledge. Or else, sometimes in the name of Vedanta, you can be so proud. Oh, I know Upanishad, I know these Brahma Sutras, I know Sanskrit. Waste of time. What you know, we are not interested. Only know one thing, yourself. Only one word. Aham, I. Think. So use anything in life. Nothing is a taboo in this subject. But be yourself. Please. Use everything. You can watch a movie consciously. You can listen to music consciously. Talk to a friend consciously. Don't think a relationship is an obstacle in the understanding of yourself. No. Suppose you are in a fine relationship, the person's companionship, presence of him or her gives you certain relaxation. Use it. At that time, you are with yourself. Remember the first day lectures. Whenever you miss something, you are not missing anybody or anything, you are missing yourself. And when in the presence of somebody you feel comfortable, it is not the person you are comfortable with, but you are comfortable with yourself. So see it very clearly. So neither you depend upon people, nor you hate people. Both ways, it's fantastic. Your living becomes absolutely beautiful. That is why knowledge, where the perceptions shall be different. Perceptions means divisive perception. It has to be divisive. See different, hear different, touch different, taste different, smell different, all these things will be there. But knowledge is indivisible. Perception, divisive. Knowledge, indivisible. One without a second. Same thing everywhere. So please see that for yourself. Having seen it, one who sees it very clearly, as we saw last night, we call it as the Jivan Mukta. Living liberated. Living because body is alive. Liberated because you know yourself. Are you getting that? Jivan Mukta. Now, the famous concept of karma, since I have taken the text, I shall finish it up. Everything I have touched, certainly I still know, certainly it could not be done, but don't worry, everything will be in that book. You see, come back some other time. Finish everything, now you won't come back, no? So I'm deliberately keeping it. Not like that. Anything left out is description. You are already with yourself. So nothing is held back, don't worry. Mahadeva. So this karma theory, because karma and rebirth, okay, I'll explain those two. I know it will take some time, but don't worry, I'll do that for yourself. If I see myself as I am, there is no death, then what happens when the body dies? Please see, there are three possibilities. One is when your body is dead, if you are aware of yourself as to who you are, not the gross body, not the subtle body, not the causal body, you are liberated, free. There is no death. There is no rebirth. You are free. Because, simply see that. When you say death means, when you say 9:25 is born, it means 9:24 is dead. When you say 9:24 is dead, it means 9:25 is born. Birth means death of a new, birth means death of the previous condition. Death means birth of a new condition. Suppose you feel that I am born, then you cannot escape dying. If you feel I am dying, you cannot escape being born. But suppose you say I am, don't add birth or death. You are one with the existence itself, your nature. So if you know yourself, you are free. Even when you are living with the body, you are free. When the body falls, of course you are free. The next thing is a little on rebirth. You have given up this body, you are not liberated. You don't know yourself. That is where comes your subtle body. I'll explain it to you. Please, very simple way, understand the rebirth, how it is. The subtle body is there. The subtle body moves from body to body according to its karma. That is where karma I will explain little later on, but first rebirth. The subtle body moves from body to body. What is this moving from body to body? Give an example and make it. They call it Pratibimba-vada, the theory of reflection. Please see. Here is a pot. Okay? Please see. Here is a pot. The sun is shining in the sky. Suppose there is no water in the pot. Can there be reflection? There cannot be reflection. But the pot is visible in the presence of the sun. But there is no reflection in the pot. Okay? Start with that. The moment you put water, now the reflection is cut. Okay? Reflection is cut. Now, the reflection, when the water is shaking, what shall you say? The reflection is shaking. Water is dirty, reflection is dirty. Water is muddy, reflection is muddy. Okay. Now suppose there are 1,000 pots. In everywhere there is water, water, water. How many reflections? 1,000 reflections. How many suns? 1,001. The sun is one. But reflections are 1,000. 1,000 reflections, 1,000 pots. And when the pot is broken, please see, when the pot is broken, wherever the water goes, there the reflection goes. And this reflection thinks, water is dirty, I am dirty. Water is muddy, I am muddy. Water is shaky, I am shaky. If you understand that example, in the mud pot of a body, like in every pot, there is consciousness. Everywhere, consciousness in and through. But this is inert. This is, seems to be very good, conscious. But when this boy is dead, what happens? Between this body and this table, what is the difference? Nothing. Suppose you say, oh, when Swamiji was alive, this table was his dearest table. Now that he is gone, he may feel like writing something underground. So bury it with him. Suppose the table and this body both were buried together. After 10 years, dig it, both will be mud. This is element, this is also element. Both are mud, useless. Then while living, how come that is inert and this is conscious? Because in this body there is a subtle body. Wherever there is a subtle body, it becomes alive and expressive. And this one doesn't have a subtle body. Good for it. Suppose this table has a subtle body, you know what a trouble it will be? You will say, why are you putting your hand always on me? Why not me putting my leg on you? That problem will be. Why are you putting me down and you are up? You sit down, I am up. Wonderful. Say, good, this fellow doesn't have a subtle body. So wherever there is a subtle body in his presence, now in that the reflection is got. Consciousness is everywhere, but it reflects in subtle body. Like sunlight is everywhere, but it reflects on a mirror. Sunlight is everywhere. Because it doesn't reflect, that does not mean sunlight is not falling everywhere. Sunlight is everywhere, but the reflection is possible only on the mirror. Consciousness everywhere, but the reflection is possible only there is a subtle body. Now in the subtle body, you have got your ahankar, the I thought, the reflection. So how many reflections? Suppose there are 5 billion pots, 5 billion reflections. How many consciousnesses? No, there is only one. And this I, which is a reflection, considers itself. Mind is indecisive, decision, memories, I thought. Takes itself to be. Now, the moment the reflection knows, listen carefully, the moment the reflection which was crying because it is shaking with the water, the reflection guru tells him, hey, you are not this one. The one reflection who has recognized, realized that he is the sun upstairs, it tells him, fool, you are not this, look up. Once he knows he is the top, the sun on the top, it doesn't matter if the pot is broken, water is flowing, the reflection is gone. Why? In the sun, no pot, no water, no reflection. In the consciousness, no body, no thought, no I thought. That is liberation. But when you do not know, when the pot is broken, wherever the water goes, the reflection goes. Consciousness doesn't move. That is why subtle body moves from body to body, survival after death. Even if you don't accept rebirth, you don't escape haunted houses. Haunted house, haunted church, haunted mosque, haunted this, haunted that, because that's what it is, ghost. But don't worry about ghost, Oh. You are surrounded by invisible microbes. They are more dangerous than the ghosts, okay? Don't worry about it. You are surrounded by infinite, millions of invisible microbes. Anytime they can destroy you. But you are afraid of a ghost. What nonsense. A ghost, by chance you meet a ghost, sit down and ask him or her, what do you want? Nice, do you know, because sometimes they may be interested in conveying a message. Chances are to make you feel comfortable. Don't worry, nobody will come in front of you. Because you are such a bigger ghost, they will not come after you. Think, friends, the story, the jokes apart. So the subtle body moves from body. By chance it is not, what happens, it doesn't know about himself. This body is gone, not aware of himself. That body, the person can be, because of his awareness, because of his karma, immediately born. So, 3 things can happen. Body is dead, he knows his nature, liberated. Body is gone, is not liberated because of his karma, immediately he is born. Or he is given up the body, not yet born, nor is free, in between field of experiences, subtler field of experiences, heaven and hell, whatever you say. But that is not eternal heaven, eternal, not permanently damned or enjoying. Once your karma is over, you come back until you are free. That is how the travel continues, until you are aware of yourself. And once you are aware of yourself, none of these things. That is why the heart of the scripture is not establishing the creation, is not establishing the rebirth, is not establishing all these things. That is for explanation. The heart of the scripture is, the heart of the teacher in teaching is, you be yourself. Other concepts, forget it. Because that doesn't really matter. What matters is yourself. Be yourself and then see whether there is a rebirth, there is a birth, karma and all this stuff. There is no birth. What is the question of rebirth? Are you getting that point? You are not even born. What is born is a body. Are you getting that? What is born is a body. This morning, something very interesting happened. I went for a walk. As usual, 4:30, 4:45, went for a walk. When I walk, one gentleman, he also walks every day. So he knows this is the time I will be there. So he tells his friend, hey, Swami has come now, 5 o'clock. They'll be talking among themselves. And this time, today he was also coming alone. Then say, hey, Swamiji, where is your Sishyan? That boy, Arunachala comes with me, no? So today, where is the Sishyan, the disciple? I say, he was very tired, he is working throughout the day and he is sleeping. Then suddenly from nowhere he said, hey, how old are you? Listen. Suddenly as from nowhere he said, how old are you? I say, I don't know. I smiled, he also smiled, he went away. I also came away. Because usually in this tradition you are not supposed to say, not supposed for anything, because you can't answer this question. I made a joke, but this is a serious joke if you can say that. Reason, when he left, my mind started working. True. Hey, you told him, I don't know. How true it is? Please see. Why? Because whose age shall I tell him? He says, Swamiji, how old are you? Okay, if I say I am the body, what is the age of the body? 50, 60, 70, whatever the age of your body. 30, 40, 20, whatever. Or you say body's age means 1 year extra you add in the mummy's womb. That is, Koreans do that. Koreans, if your birthday is 50 to 58, mother's womb 1 year as well. So 59 you are. So your body is 59-year-old. Okay. How old are you as a son? My son is in me dead already. Why? My father is gone, my mother is gone. So no more the son's role applies. So my son in me is gone when my second parent passed away. So the son in me is dead. So I can't say how old is the son anymore, because son is not there. Are you getting that point, please? Okay. How old is the PhD? Suppose I am a postgraduate. How old is the postgraduate in me? I did my postgraduation, let's say 75 or 80 or 72, whatever age, 80, for calculation. So PhD in me is 28-year-old. Oh, I became a professor when I was 1990. Oh, so how is the professional's age? 18 years I am the professor. Are you getting that point, please? Are you married? No. Therefore, what is the age of your marriage? Nothing. Suppose you are married. How old are you as a married person? Married person's role is, suppose you married in 1990, 18-year-old as a married person. When do you become a father? Just 10 years back. So how old are you as a father? So father in you is how old? Are you getting that? The day you get the role, from that day you should have your age, no? As a father, how old are you? 10-year-old. About 10 years back I got the baby. As a mother, how old are you? That much thing. You understand? How many roles you have? So which age shall you say? How old are you? Tell me. And from my own standpoint, ageless. Roles have their age. I am ageless. So which role you are asking? Which age shall I say? Then you can say, Swamiji, is it very difficult? No, it's not difficult. If you know the entire range of your age and agelessness, you shall know from what standpoint the other person is asking. Therefore, you shall be able to answer the question. Suppose I go for a visa, I am going to Europe, now the European German consulate says, first timer everybody must show their face. All right, I go there. And the fellow, the other side of the thing, consulate, he asks me, who are you? Brahman. Visa cancel. Visa is not issued for Brahman. I have to there prove him, I am this boy, son of my father, doing this profession. I have to prove this. So here I am doggedly dismissing. There I am intensely insisting that this is me, my son of my father. What a waste. I am the body. Why? That language he wants to hear, so speak him that language. You understand the beauty of it? So body ages, anyway, dies. Subtle body goes back, born. That also is beginningless, never know when it is started. So according to karma, it will born again. So three possibilities. Body is born. The moment you give up the body, you may be free, you may be liberated, or you have got another field of experience for some time, you come back. Okay. But who is waiting for afterlife? The possibility, logically possibility is there, but you are not interested in afterlife, because I want to know about myself now and here. You come. You understand yourself. Okay? So when you know yourself, no body, no transmigration, nothing. Always free, one existence. Now, having said that, now from that standpoint, of course, no body, no rebirth, nothing. But from the average person standpoint, the person asks a question. How come both people are wise? One fellow is living in wonderful thing, other fellow is so suffering, other is useless. Same father, same mother, children are like that. How come so much differences in the human world? This is where comes your karma theory. A very beautiful principle, karma. Everybody knows karma, destiny, karma. Why did you fail? What can I do? My karma. Why your business failed? My karma. So nice. It's such an escape route. A huge shock absorber. A huge shock absorber. You know why there is not much crime? In India also there is crime. Nowadays they are importing. But why there is more crime now in other countries compared to India, The reason is simple. In many other countries or cultures, when the person is poor, he thinks the rich man responsible for it, so he kills the rich. In this country, when you are poor, you think it's your karma. That is why communism doesn't prosper here. Even if you tell him, that fellow exploited you, deep inside you, it is ingrained that because of your karma, what you are now. So you don't want to punish anybody. Are you getting that point? Because the moment you are angry, you hold somebody responsible. That person is responsible for this problem today. Shoot. But when you think, because of my karma I am suffering, whom shall you punish? You correct yourself. Right or wrong, don't ask now. But see the cultural impact of it. And also because there is a rebirth, suppose there is a culture which believes in only one birth and there is nothing after it. So everything must be done in this one birth. So in a big hurry, everything must be proved. In this life itself, everything must be enjoyed, everything must be done. Even 70, 80 also I want to enjoy. Why? After this you don't know. Whereas in this you can have the postponement. When? Not tomorrow. Next life we will see. After 5 lives we shall see. You understand the postponement? Asta maniyana. We shall see. Tomorrow pagala, naligi pagala, kal dekhenge. It's a pure expression in India only. Tomorrow we shall see. Why? That tomorrow never comes. That is why people feel frustrated in India. You tell anybody, when shall you come? 4 o'clock. Which day 4 o'clock? You won't say. 4 o'clock. I'm not telling you a joke. Everybody takes it so easily. And especially Westerners, foreigners, the other country people are there, climb the wall. He said 9 o'clock, but yes, he said 9. Around, like one Korean boy was with us. 20, 30 years back, the boy is a nice fellow. He's very funny. Anyway, so one day he was traveling in the train, and then as usual, train was only 2 hours late. Nowadays it is little better. Those days it can be hours and hours, very late. So he got so angry, he thought he was in Seoul. So he goes to Madras railway station and asks the station master, straight away challenges him. Why the train is late? He says, why? What time? The station master, what time it is? What time it is? 9 o'clock is written. Now it is 10:30. He said, yes. We have written there 9 o'clock so that you can know how late the train runs. This fellow climbed the wall. It is written there for you to know how late it runs, so don't worry about it. 9 o'clock now, it's okay. It will come, it will come, it will come. Yesterday we were going in Pondicherry, friends. When we were going in Pondicherry, the water was like this. Had we taken this smaller, this red car, we would have been inside it. It's 2 feet water. This is a big car, we had taken that high car, rising car, so it was going on the top of it. And you know what the driver is saying? Oh, they are cleaning the road now. This much is acceptance. Nobody complains that why the road is like that, it should not be like that. No. They are cleaning the road. Means another half an hour it will be all right. Okay, what is the problem? Move. You think of it. It's an impact of a thinking, philosophy. Since there are millions of lives, eternity in front, when shall you see it? Tomorrow. Next life, after some time. Never in a hurry. But when you are not in a hurry, the other fellow climbs the wall. Are you getting that? So dangerous, because for this world you can't do that. In a functional world, time. Anyway, so when the karma comes, karma theory, why is it that so many differences are there? Why? This is where you have to explain. Karma has to be here. I have worked so hard, but nothing is working for me. This fellow never works. Whatever he touches is gold. You always complain, no? Why is it like that? Only explanation comes from karma. What is that karma? Please understand. Simple reasoning you see. Suppose your stomach is upset now. Okay? Now your stomach is upset. When your stomach is upset, now, naturally you want to find the reason. Hey, why my stomach is upset? I took my breakfast at 8 o'clock. What did I take? Idli and very mild dal. So, there is no reason why the stomach should be upset, because also I took only 1 idli, not 20 idlis or 30 idlis. I took only 1 or 2 idlis just to satisfy myself. Then why the stomach should be upset? No reason now. That means, what did I take? 1. Shall you look for your reason in the last night or tomorrow's night? Will you look back to the past or future? Past. What was the last night dinner? Oh, that cheese. Oh. Or last night dinner was okay, I did not eat much. Lunchtime, last lunch also night, last night breakfast, day before yesterday. Day before yesterday I went, that old donut, that old vadai, the old cake, now I got the culprit. What is that? In the past. If something at this moment, for no reason, for no obvious reason, because I have not done something in this life to deserve it, either the suffering or the luxury, if it still happens to me, the cause is not in future, the cause is in the past. That is where comes your karma. Why somebody gets it, why somebody doesn't get it, it is the depends on your karma. Therefore, suddenly shall you say, if it is I am destined to succeed, I will succeed. If I am not destined to succeed, how can I succeed? Shall I give up? No. Karma will act purely, it will act purely for animals, not for human beings. Why? Because human beings have a very strong individuality. You are self-conscious. That is why you can goof off everything. You have a will of your own. That is why for human beings there are 2 things you have to remember, and please write it down, because this is one very important factor everybody misses. Everybody knows about karma. That karma has gone into English language. Round the world they know about karma. Hinduist context, Buddhist context like that, the karma they know. But not many people know about the other word, purushartha. Purushartha means the self, the effort of the individual. Effort of the individual. Your personal decision. Everybody says, I am destined to be like this. No, friends. You may be destined to be in a particular way, but you can change it. You know what to do with it with your effort. I'll give an example for you. Please think of it. The subtle difference between karma and purusartha, destiny and your effort. And a human being are not pure creatures of destiny, because human beings have a will of their own, free will. What they call as the destiny, and other thing known as free will. If you abuse your free will, which most people do, you shall destroy yourself easily. If you can use your free will, you can succeed in life also. Please understand what it is. Do you play cards? Good boys. No, God, all good boy, good girl, nobody play cards, okay? All right. Take an example of playing card, makes it very easy. When you play cards, have you played rummy? Thin card, thin pati. When you play the cards, what do? You shuffle the cards. Four of you are sitting down, you shuffle the card and nicely mix it up, and then you giving it. When you are giving the card, do you look at the face? Nice face, nice card. Dumb face, dumb card. Stupid face, stupid card. Bright face, good card. Do you do that? No. It doesn't matter whether you are Mr. Universe or Mr. Ugliness. Mr. doesn't matter. You are sitting down. The cards are being distributed. What cards will come is not in your hand. Destiny. What cards will be dealt to you? Over that you have absolutely no control. But how you play, over that you have a control. Are you getting that point, please? The cards that you get, over that you have no control. Some people will see the card, they look at it, not even one serial, permanent scooters. There are many people who are permanent scooters. The moment they see that card, no, I am giving up my hand. Why? 5 paisa, enough. Losing 5 rupees, no, 5 paisa is enough. Scoot. Right. Some other fellow will say, only one serial is there, that's enough. Play. Or no serial, so what? It will all come. He plays. In the process, he may lose, but he has enjoyed the game. The fellow who gives up never enjoys the game. This giving up or playing is purushartha. Are you getting that point, please? The giving up or playing, that is human free will. Dogs can't do that. Animals cannot do that. No other species can do that. Only human beings can do that. Among the human beings, those who do not exercise their free will, they are like animals. Just imagine, everybody says, why are you suffering? There are so many diseases. Oh, God only, God's wrath, God's curse, this is nature punishing. In nonsensical approach if you give, destiny, 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 will you be cured? Some person dared, nothing doing. What God is giving me disease? What is this disease? Analyzed. And once he analyzed, he cured. Then when the destiny fellow will say, oh, I was destined to be cured. Now that you are destined to be dead, now you are destined to be cured. But who cured you? Somebody's intelligence. Of course, that somebody who is discovering it should not attribute to myself, oh, I only discovered this. Hey, don't be proud. Yes, you discovered this. Thanks. Possibility already given in the creation. Therefore, even if you use your free will. You discover something absolutely life-saving, yet you are not proud. Because if as a doctor, you take credit for giving life to one person, you have to take discredit for killing hundreds of people. Because you can cure only few, more shall be dead. Understand? See that. So Purushartha, free will, is a huge thing. Oh, you are destined to be liberated, you shall be liberated. No, 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 no. Liberation especially is not a destiny. Listen carefully. If you can take it, I'll give it to you. Do you know why? Karma means karma phala. If there is an action, there is a result. Liberation is not the result of an action already existing. Are you getting that? Already existing. It is not the result of an action. That is why there is nobody destined to be liberated or destined not to be liberated, because you are already liberated. There is no destined to be liberated. Are you getting that? There is no question of somebody not being free. If you are not free to be made free, then okay, destiny. But there is no such thing. Everybody is free. No karma phala. So everybody is free with himself. So what is needed is Purushartha must be seen very clearly. But long before you activate that Purushartha mode in yourself, karma mode has already taken over. Because where you are born, which is the parentage, you have no choice. Do you have a choice? Do you have choice in your body? If you have choice in your body, most people are not satisfied with their body. You know, my nose should have been like this, my ear should have been like that, my eyes should have been like this. You know, so everybody, some people standing in front of the mirror go on adjusting. What nonsense. I mean, say, useless. You have a body, no, don't worry about the shape and size. You can think, happa, keep the body healthy. No problem. Today I was sitting down there, I saw, after the yoga class 7:35, today is 7:35, a huge crowd of all the students came out of the yoga class. I was so impressed. Only 8 to 7, 9 people. Why? It's all right, how does it matter? If you can be fat, lean, thin, it's okay. How many people are interested in asanas, yoga, exercise and all these things? Why? It's okay, it's not okay. Keep your body going nicely. You must take care of the body. Anyway, that is why you can see, you are not destined to be 500 kilo. You are destined to be, you know, how much kilo they born babies? 2-3 kilos, huh? 4-5 kilos? Okay, 4-5 kilos. They say normal babies 4. So everybody is born 4-5 kilos. There is no, somebody is born obese. Swamiji, this fellow is born baby stomach, you know, he has it born. Other fellow is, this fellow is, born. Nobody. Born, it will be all within 1 or 2 kilos. Suppose your mummy is weak, food is not good, baby. The mummy is eating food, gundu baby comes, nice one comes out. But not very gundu, not very big boy. Anyway, that within that 2-3 kilo range. After 10 years, 30 kilo difference, 200 kilo difference, 300 kilo. Why is it so? Destined. What can I do? I'm destined to be fat and lean. Nonsense. Are you getting that point? Don't say you're destined to be fat. You take care. As even your body, same thing also, mind. Mind also, that is why you can't say I'm destined to be, if I'm destined to be educated, no. You create human destiny by teaching everybody. That is why universal free education. Human beings must be educated, or else they shall be most dangerous animals. Terrorists are the most dangerous animals. Imagine these 9, yesterday 9 of them were killed, all of them. But before the 9 themselves, when they have come, they definitely did not come to go back. They know they will be killed. So they are ready to die, they have come. Young fellows, 20, 25. By the time they have dead, 200 people are dead, 250 people are injured. How much money lost, how much buildings, this, that. Imagine the trauma around the world. 8, 9. What are they? You mean to say 5, 6 elephants will come and do that and go back one day? Suddenly the tigers and the lions will come and attack the human civilization? Never. Because human beings have the free will, don't say therefore we are destined to be standing there when the terrorist came. You are not destined. Some fellows abusing their free will. When a human being abuses his free will against himself, suicide. Because living is your privilege, not killing. When you abuse your free will against yourself, it is suicide. When you abuse your free will against others, it is murder. Simple way you can take it. Live and let live is the principle. You are alive, other must person be alive. I want to kill myself. You are abusing your free will. You abuse your free will against others. You murder everybody. Dangerous specimen. Understand? That is why human being must be educated. And educated does not mean just BSc, PhD. All these fellows are also educated. They are not uneducated people. They have got graduate, postgraduate, engineers, all that. But the right education, what is the right education? Knowing about themselves. The person must know about himself. Or else, when you do not know who you are, you shall empower yourself. You will feel powerful without knowing how to direct it. Simple example, like a car. Car is an ordinary car. Your car is an ordinary car. Then suddenly you didn't like it. So you said, okay, let me make it more powerful. So you change the tires, now radial tires, so it can take a little more speed. Now change the engine a little, do some boring somewhere. And now it has become like a, let us say, space age car, like a Formula 1 car. But the driver has not changed. Imagine, the car has changed. The driver has not changed. Enormous power. What the driver will do? Misuses. Kills himself, kills somebody. Intellectually, you become more powerful. Lot of knowledge gathered. Materially, very rich. Inherit millions. Fellow sitting down on that million is an idiot. Suppose that billions in the hand of a sensitive person, oh, what a blessing. So when you are educating, what should you do? Are you getting that point, please? Educating the person. Who is he? That is why, as long as you keep this self-knowledge, Atma Vidya, in the portals of religion, that long it will be a wastage of beautiful gift. Everybody must know everywhere. This should be compulsory course for everybody. Know about yourself. Other things, of course you must know. What? Whatever you like, engineering, medicine, anything you like. Because individual has a free will. And because of the free will, he can goof up anything. Only human being you cannot rely. Think. A dog you can rely for a change. There shall not be an unfaithful dog. Have you seen a non-vegetarian cow? Unless you feed him the mad cow disease, where you feed him meat also. Only human beings can be perverts. Have you seen a vegetarian tiger? You went near the tiger, tiger said, no. Is you going for grass? Is it so? They are programmed once for all. Human beings, you cannot rely. The fellow will promise everything but cut your throat. Only human beings can do that. Unpredictable, treacherous, appear to be a friend, the enemy inside. Think. Only human beings. Why? Free will. That is why they must be educated. Okay. So anyway, now long before you activate your free will mode, karma has already taken over body. You don't know where you are born. But when you are exposed to knowledge, school, college, whatever, study. That is how individuality has to come. Okay. And then according to your karma, you shall meet people. Whom you meet, what chances you get, is all according to your karma. But how you use it depends upon your free will. How you use it. Because, please see, what comes you shall never know. But how to use it, that is where you have to get this knowledge. But then please appreciate, what from what will come, you never know. Reason, simple thing. If everything you say destiny, there will be total chaos in this world. You are walking on the road, okay? You are walking on the road, and somebody snatches your bag, snatches your chain, slaps you, and goes away. He robs you. Maybe furthermore, you are robbed, raped, destroyed. Just I am taking an example. Suppose you say, I was destined to be robbed. I was destined to be raped or abused. I was destined to be chopped off. Then should you fight? Should you file a complaint against the robber, the rapist, the criminal? Should you? You should not. Why? If you are destined to be robbed, somebody must be destined to rob. If you are destined to be robbed, somebody must be destined to fulfill your destiny. So that person is only fulfilling your destiny. How can you rob? How can you punish him? So no criminal should be punished. You understand the dangerous part of destiny now? No. Nobody is destined to suffer. Again it is abuse. There is enough for everybody. As Gandhi said very nicely, there is enough for fulfilling everybody's need in this world, but there is never enough to fulfill the greed of one person in the world. There is enough in this world to fulfill everybody's need, but not one person's greed. How much is enough? Oh my God, whole world, other planets also. But need? That is why to a poor man you can satisfy. What does he need? One piece of cloth, one little fresh food, maybe a little cycle, very little need. So a poor man you can satisfy. The rich person feels very satisfied by satisfying the need of the poor man. Why? At last one fellow I have made happy, because himself miserable. The rich poor you can never ever satisfy. I told you the other day. Millionaire poor, because he wants another million. I don't have a yacht, only $4 million. To such a fellow, what can he do? I don't have an executive jet, $200 million. I don't have a penthouse. He's miserable. Huh? Think. All the world's resources are driven towards removing the poverty of the rich. That is why poor is neglected. And sometimes that is what it is. Communism, Naxalism, all these things will come because some people do that way. As human beings, don't ever say, somebody is destined to suffer, therefore he is suffering. How can I help? No. Why? Because the perversion is, somebody is destined to suffer, I am destined to be rich. No. You begin in the same way. You make something because of a purushartha, you could do it. Or even if you inherit, it must go to everybody. Just like knowledge you share, everything must be shared by everybody. That is why purushartha, effort, right type of education must be given. Anyway, friends, please see, this karma are three types of karma. So karma, because of which you come across what you are coming across now in this life, over which you have absolutely no control. What will unfold, we don't know. But once it unfolds, we know what to do about it. So these three possible karma, they are known as Sanchita, Prarabdha, Agami. Three karmas. Sanchita karma means accumulated through ages. You are indeed unborn, birthless existence, eternal. So when did you born first? Never know, ignorance. So how many births you have gone? Millions. Why? Listen carefully. Without good karma, you cannot be born as a human being. Unless you are a human being, you cannot gather karma. Then which one first, karma or human life? This is egg and the chicken. You never know. Why? Beginningless. You cannot say this or that. But the fact is, but when you get rid of the ignorance, you know, no birth, no karma. That's a different thing. But as long as you are on this relative level, now you are, because of your ignorance, you are born. And how many such births? Beginningless. Therefore, in every life, if you have picked up karma, sanchita, huge accumulation. From that, whatever is ready for fructification in this life, you come to this life. Whatever is ready. 70 years, 80 years, this much can be expressed. In this body, you get this body. And while adjusting your karma now, you gathering new karma. Take an example of banking system, it will be fine. Sometimes you have three type of deposit. One is a fixed deposit. 3 million in one account, untouched 3 million. Only after 5 years you can touch it. Other one is a current account. Current account from which you are spending money every day. And whatever you are earning from the spending, you are saving also. That is a saving account. So fixed deposit, current deposit, saving deposit. Accumulated karma, concurrent now, current karma, the prarabdha, and while living this life you are also gathering karma. As a human being you are gathering karma. That is what known as your agami karma, which is coming later on. Why this karma is gathered? Because of the individuality. Animals don't gather karma. Animal body is for pure exertion of karma. Prarabdham over. He doesn't gather any karma. There is no papa punya, no right and wrong. You don't punish animals for right and wrong. If a dog is running on the road, you don't punish him. The man is punished for jaywalking. Because man should not do it. But a dog he runs, you don't catch the dog. That is why in the road, in Indian road, right in the middle of the road, buffalo will be sleeping, cows will be sleeping, no problem. You reverentially take your left turn and go. You don't say, let them be. But suppose a man is sleeping, haul him up, put him in the jail. Why? Because he is not supposed to do that. Please understand. It's a pure karma, exhausted. And that is why once you are a human being, is not guaranteed you will be always a human being. Because whatever type of karma gets fulfilled, you can be like that. It can come back that way. But once you start this knowledge, you are supposed to be continuous, continuous, continuous. Think of it. So, three karmas, sanchita, prarabdha, agami, three karmas. And these three karmas, please understand, once you are aware of yourself, who you are, simultaneously wiped out. Because karma is married to individuality, ahankar, ego, I thought. Without the I sense, there is no right and wrong. That is why when a child kills another child, playing with the revolver, they kill another child. You don't arrest the child. Because the child doesn't know what to do. After killing, he is playing. But when an adult kills, immediately he is held responsible because individuality. Okay, so individuality is married to three karma. When the individuality goes away, you are aware of yourself, all the three karmas simultaneously disappear. Like a man married to three ladies. Suppose he is He can marry 4 or 5 wives in a, his society orders him to marry 5 wives. Polyandry, polygamy doesn't matter. Do you think whichever one you like. Suppose they are married first woman, 1990. Then he said, oh, 95, okay, why not second one? Second. 2000, why not second, third one? Okay. Planning for 2005, the fellow died. Now who will be the first widow? There is no first widow. In different time they have married, but the moment the person to whom they are married gone, immediately they are widowed. Or a girl is married to 4 men, different times. The 4 men, she goes. When is the first widower? Simultaneously widowed. Are you getting that? Ahankar, I thought, is married to 3 karmas, all accumulated, sanchita, prarabdha. Once he is gone, finish. Okay, so you can say, once the karma is over, okay, wise man knows himself, karma is over. Now, the body will fall off because karma is over, body should die. No, body doesn't die. Why? Prarabdha karma, that's why prarabdha. Prarabdha means that which prag arabdha, already begun. And that which already begun cannot be switched off just like that. Like this. You know this one. How do you switch off? This one? I switched off. Did it stop immediately? Still moving. Okay? Why the fan doesn't stop immediately? It's already gathered momentum. Since already gathered momentum, even if it's switch off, since it has already gathered momentum, it moves, then stops. Prarabdha karma has already gathered momentum. Before you understand yourself, since you understood in the middle of your life, the prarabdha will continue. That is why your physical body shall go through what all it was supposed to go through. You can be a wise man, but your body can have cancer. You can be a wise person, your body can have a disease. Anything it can have, comfort, discomfort, anything, according to prarabdha. You don't know what you shall come across in life. That is why you see the differences in human beings. Because of their past karmas, samskaras, impressions, varieties of people are existing. And it is good that our karmas are varied, our samskaras, impressions are varied. Makes a beautiful world. Like the whole body is a head, what type of body it will be? So nice. There are fingers, toes, thighs, calf muscles, stomach, back, front, all that thing, different parts there. Makes it so beautiful. Suppose the whole thing is a finger, what nonsense. Everybody is same. No. That's why karma, diversities, infinity varieties. Sometimes people say, if it is so, there are fixed number of people, suppose there, how come new people are born? From infinity, how much can come? Infinity. How much you have got now? Only 5 billions, don't worry. Much more can come. But can the world take? That is why they are planning. Moon, Mars, other places they will colonize. Don't worry. The human beings shall go anywhere. Doesn't matter. Maybe long before the earth is destroyed, you don't know, a generation would have already established a colony in Mars. Who knows? Who knows? It's no more a subject matter of science fiction. It's a matter of fact now. Everywhere. You don't know. Human being can go. Who knows? So many possibilities are there in life. Okay? So sanchita, prarabdha, agami. So this is how. So once, as long as your prarabdha is there, you are happy with yourself, then whatever unfolds, you can accept it as it is, you can change it if you like. If you change it, if you could change it, fantastic. Cannot change it, excellent. Body passes, you are free. And the prarabdha comes to an end, body falls off. Just like a yellow leaf falling from the tree. When from the tree, the leaf falls, does the tree grieve? Where it falls? From this tree of the universe, this body of a leaf falls away. God is not worried. The consciousness, the truth that you are, is not worried. Body falls into the creation again, back into that. Where it falls? Holy place, unholy place, there is nothing holy or unholy. Why? Everything is godly. Every place is holy. There is nothing called an unholy place in this universe. Then you can say, then why they have got certain holy places? In Indian tradition also, you see, like around the world, especially river things, you shall see in India, wherever the river takes a turn toward the source, they have a, they call it holy place, they put a temple. Symbolically, whichever river taking a, when a river taking a turn toward the source, meaning is reminding of himself. Any incident in your life which it helps you to take a turn towards yourself becomes a very auspicious incident. It may be a death, but that triggered you to come to this knowledge. It may be opulence, your prosperity, you got tired, it brought you to this. You are frustrated, it brought you this. Or you are tired of your success, brought you to this. Whichever things brings you to this knowledge, turns you towards yourself, is auspicious, holy place, as though, because that moment there was a change in your perception. That is why misfortune is not a misfortune if you know how to use it. I knew one family was coming to our classes. Both the sisters, they lost both their husbands, two brothers, married two sisters. Both the husbands died in a plane crash. Now at that moment when he died, can you go and tell them it's okay? Impossible. After a few years, they started coming out and they started attending our classes. 3-4 months into the class, they attended for 2 years. That time I was in Madras and taking classes. After attending classes 3 to 4 months into the class, they one day come and say, Swamiji, we are really blessed. If that situation would not have happened, we would not have come. What can I say? I said, if you say so, what have I got to say? Because for suddenly a curse becomes a blessing. Not that somebody should die for you to come to this, no. But it can be a triggering moment. When something like that happens, you can be frustrated and commit suicide. But something like that happens, you can be curious and try to know what death is. Depends where it's triggered. So, karma comes to an end, body falls off. The tree doesn't feel the leaf fallen away. The creation doesn't feel it, body falls away. If you could take it another example, like if the whole creation is a huge book, a book of creation, continuously chapters after chapters getting written, pages after pages getting written, in this creation where billions of chapters are there, infinity chapters are there. In that, your life also is a small chapter. When your body falls, a chapter ends, book continues. That is why you saw that journey into the space. Individually travel billions of light years away. Even to go in that journey, you will not like it. Do you know why? Because you will have no hope of returning to this place. You will be dead. What do you say? Let me be here 30 years, but I don't want to go somewhere in other stars. Naturally, because you don't exist anymore there. When you go, all alone. Think. That is why your self-consciousness. You see yourself in that your body is a small chapter. Comes to an end. The book continues. You are always there. With this, that is where the last verse, it will say, just read the last verse for everybody. This last verse, this thought comes, read. Last line you see. Tanum tyajatuva, page 38. Tanum tyajatuva kasyam स्वपचस्य गृहैथवा ज्ञान संप्राप्ति समये मुक्तोऽसौ विगताशये इति तत्वबोध प्रकरणम samaptam. With this it comes to an end. What is that? Wise man. Tanum tyajatuva kashyam. A wise person, when he knows himself, this body is given up in Kashi, holy place. Swapachasya gruhaitava, or in the house of a dog eater, a person who cooks dog and eats, like a person, very, very ordinary, useless, unholy as though, because eats dog, does all these things as though. It makes no difference where the body falls. Why? Jnana samprapti samaye. The moment he knew himself, when he is aware of himself, mukto so vigata ashaya. Such a person, mukta, asho purusha, mukta, is free. No more desires, dreams, anything. Happy with himself. Pick up a dream, pick up a desire, live your life. But no more he is affected by anything. Such a person is free. While living is free. And the body falls, is gone. And how shall the body pass through after knowledge? According to prarabdha, things will happen around you. You make best use of it. Ichha prarabdha, you choose to do something. Or somebody else asks you to do something. You do it, live through your life. Body falls, living liberated. Body goes. Videya mukti. No body liberated. Always free with yourself. And that is to be one with God. Don't forget God. Be with yourself or be one with the whole creation. One and the same. Close your eyes, please.